If we're gonna change our destiny, we have to get in the game and participate, without a doubt. And so, like I said, we have our guest coming in at 8 o'clock. I'm trying to get groomed, sometime. So yeah, 8 o'clock. Stay tuned, y'all. We're gonna be talking about real estate, how you can get into the real estate game, because everyone's talking about gentrification. They're talking, but we gotta be doers. So, only way to stop gentrification, we gotta start buying things or retaining the property that we currently have in our families. It's important that we keep that financial tool, because you can utilize it to finance a business, but more importantly, you got shelter. Shelter is important. I mean, why you own something, but you want to give it up to move somewhere else to pay something? Why don't you just save for something else, keep what you got? And then that can be a financial stream when you get older. We're all going to get older. Now, this for the young people. See, I always perceived that I was going to be 18 forever, I guess. I really didn't think, honest to God, I didn't think I was going to be older. Of course, I'm still handsome. But I didn't perceive that I was going to get older. But that's the way it is. Oh, thank God also for allowing me to be older, because a lot of people have died young. They say the good die young. I disagree with that. To me, it's a shame when you die young. I think you're wise if you're allowed to stay old. All right. So the good stay old. The good get old. Well, that's not true also. So we got some terrible people that's old, that's aren't doing the right thing. All right. So we got to take each person as a person, judge them on what they do and not what they say. All right. But this Friday, the Omaha Community Council of Racial Justice and Reconciliation soil collection ceremony is going down this Friday, 11 o'clock till 1 o'clock. You can come in. It's kind of like a walkthrough exhibit. It's in commemoration of the 1891 lynching of George Smith in 1891. Basically, you can get some soil where he was, executed. The location is going to be at the Martin Luther King Plaza, which is outside of the Omaha Douglas County Civic Center, which is located at 1819 Farnham Street. That's happening this Friday. Of course, social distancing protocols will be observed. Masks are encouraged. Fight racial injustice and reconciling Omaha past history. Now we've been talking about racial harmony, and sometimes we got to go to our past and say I'm sorry. You know what I mean? People always say that, I wasn't alive then. Well, you're alive now. You're alive now. So let's get it done. So again, we're going to be talking about that's happening this Friday. But we've been talking about gentrification. People are always talking about 24th Street being bought up, 24, and they always blame a politician. Ben Gray is one person they always blame. We brought Ben Gray in here, and we went building by building. He's only responsible for one. He's only responsible for one. And so we have private investors. We, as a community, we got those Facebook gangsters. Oh yeah, the Facebook gangsters that like to type and intimidate people. But they don't come down here and support the black business. I haven't seen them come down here and support none of the black businesses in the Fair Deal Village. I'm down here on 24th Street. I don't see none of them down here. All those Facebook gangsters that be on Facebook typing, criticizing other people. Now, but I don't see them on 24th Street doing nothing. I don't see them down here doing the cleanup. Nothing. But we got Facebook gangsters, the one that like to type. You know what I mean? We got new gangsters now. The new gangsters, they like to type. You know what I mean? They like to type. But today, we're going to let y'all go ahead and do y'all typing. Gossip. I want you to gossip. We're going to tell you the good news that's going on. It is 7:33, 8 o'clock. We have a guest coming in named Richard Smith. We're going to be talking about, man, real estate. How you get in a real estate game, but also how you can change your mind. Because, you know, people perceive yourself as poor. I don't perceive myself as poor. I'm just a little broke. Just a little broke. And if we all need to take those negative kind of suppressive word, out of our language, like poor. We're not poor. We're just a little broke right now. Yeah, but we going up. We coming up. You know what I mean? Growing up in Hilltop Projects, I didn't know I was so-called poor as other people perceived us. We had the highest ethics because we actually loved our neighbors. So to me, I was growing up in a rich community in Hilltop Projects on North 30th Street and Lake. Now I'm on 24th and Lake with a big mic talking big stuff. The goal is to get in good trouble, like my man John Lewis so eloquently stated. It's time to get in some good trouble. Without a doubt. All right. We're going to play some music. We're going to get ready for our next guest, y'all. What else is happening in a community? I'm going to say the phone lines are open. Give me a call. Let me know what's going on. Our number is 402-763-6781. Tell me what's going on today. Today is Winning Women Wednesday. Let me know what you're going to do for the special woman in your life. I don't care if she's your daughter, all the way up to your grandmama. What kind of love you're going to show them? Oh, yeah. And this is a man thing. You know what I mean? This is something that we have to act on, man. If I got to go through behavioral modification, we're going to go through it together. All right? So, men, I'm trying to make things better for the household because, domestic violence is on the rise, since we've been quarantined. Sometimes you do have disagreements, misunderstandings. And before they get, out of, before they snowball into something serious, let's put some fun back into the relationship. All right. So we're going to do this today, men. I'll tell you, man, this will work, man. You know what I mean? If you got a dominant woman all on you, or if you got a, feminine woman that's supportive of you. Oh yeah, they come in all spectrum. Y'all know y'all women, y'all come in all spectrum. If you got a dominant woman or if you got a woman that is supportive of you. Oh Lord, help me this morning. Somebody help me this morning. So regardless, today, fellas, this is how you do it. Because you the man. You the man. So fellas, this morning, just look smooth. Smell good. Look good. I don't know. Go get a haircut. I don't know what you're going to do. Get your hair braided. Whatever style you got. Get it done. Look smooth today. Oh, yeah. And then just walk around the house. Walking around the house if you're working at home. But look real smooth if you're working at home. Smelling good. You got to go to work. I don't care if you're a construction worker. Iron those pants where they got the creases in it. Oh, yeah, all the way. I don't care if you're a construction worker with boots on. Look good, smell good today. Or when you get back, switch up and then just walk around the house. And I guarantee you, fellas, guarantee, they're going to ask you, what you doing? Where you going? They're going to start asking questions. They're going to start asking questions. They're going to get curious. No, don't tell them right away. Create the suspense. I ain't going nowhere, baby. Yep. I ain't going nowhere, baby. I'm just looking good. Just looking good. Keep walking around the house. Looking good. Smelling good. Don't let them know what you got. What's the plan is. Don't let them know what the plan is. On the flip side, you already got it planned out. Maybe you're taking her to dinner later. Or maybe you cooking dinner. Or maybe you catering dinner. I don't know what food got to be in the equation. You know, Corona's here. Maybe you can go for a walk together. Do something romantic. I don't know. Find out whatever she like to do. Get it done. If she like to go bowling, have the bowling lane already rented, and you know they got social distance. Whatever it is. Today is Winning Women Wednesday. Just acknowledge them with something sweet, something special. But you got to look good, fellas. You got to look good. Can't come in there smell it and regular jeans. No, we want you to put your Sunday stuff on. Walk around the house and look smooth, smell good. And then don't tell them, because you know the women, they're going to ask, what you doing? Where you going? Because they're curious. But you already have it planned out. So, baby, you already got it planned out. Dinner date, whatever you're going to do, get it done, fellas. Drive her to it. If your grandma, whatever it is, she been cooking for you all these time. She been taking care of you, getting you a little money here and there, your sister, or whoever it is. Surprise them. All right? Today is Winning Women Wednesday. We want you guys to acknowledge the women in your lives, from your daughter to your grandmother. We want you to, let them know that they're special. You know, domestic violence is on the rise because we're quarantined. But today, fellas, it's up to us to create the fun, create some fun, create some romance, back in our relationships. All right. Surprise them. They like that. They act like they don't. But let's get it done, fellas. All right. Oh, yeah. I got some suggestions, fellas. Just simple things. But look good while you're doing it. So if you got to change like the HVAC filter, have a suit on. So she said, baby, don't go down in the basement with your new suit on. And I said, then you said, no, baby, don't worry about it. Then you said, baby, don't worry about it. If you got to go in the attic, look good, smell good. I'm telling you, fellas, I'm trying to help out our relationships. If I got to go in behavioral modification, so do you. We're going to make ourselves better. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I told y'all 95.7 The Boss, we are a research station. Yeah, the first of its kind. The first of its kind, y'all. And so we're going to test things in real time. Without a doubt, baby. Without a doubt. All right. Hey, so good morning. So if you guys, fellas, I just want the fellas to call. Let me know. Let me know what you're going to do for the lady in your life. Yeah, so let me know what you're going to do, Brother Justice. What y'all going to do for the lady in y'all life. Give me a call. My number is 402-763-6781. That's our studio number. So if you want to let us know what you're going to do for the woman in your lives. All right. So let me know. The phone lines are open. Let me know what you guys going to do for that woman in your life. Without a doubt. And it's a man thing, action for a woman. But also if you're a woman and you don't have no brothers, but your mother or your grandmother or your aunt has been significant to you, you can do the same thing. Women can also acknowledge the women in the matriarchs in their family or whoever. Just acknowledge them. We need to heal mother and daughter relationships also. There's a lot of mother and daughter relationships that need to be healed right now. It affects grandchildren. And fellas, regardless if we get along with our I ain't gonna call them baby mamas. No, if we don't get along with the mother of our children, then we just be extra nice, man. Well, I mean, what do you got to lose? What you got to lose? The ultimate goal is to make sure that we improve relationships so our children can grow up healthy mentally and physically, mainly mentally. Adults always want to blame children, but children only mimic the behaviors that are around them. And sometimes they have to have a survival behavior because they got crazy adults around them, abusive adults around them. So also being a former probation officer, I know that 3 out of 4 women that are incarcerated, 3 out of 4 have been sexually assaulted by their mother's boyfriend, mother's live-in boyfriend, mother's what do you call them, stepfathers, or sometimes they fathers. And y'all accept all this sex stuff on TV. Both ways, heterosexual and homosexual. I'd rather not see none of it. Kissing and all this bull crap on TV. Usually adults keep that away from children in their homes, but we allow it on our TV. See the psychosis from predators we have, and some of these predators are in our family, and they target their own family members, the men in them. Don't get mad at me. I had to stop a fool from raping a woman down here on 24th Street. Yes, I stopped a Negro from raping a black woman here on 24th Street. I'm about it, man. I do. Hey, I got sisters, and I had a mother. Got nieces. I mean, where the real men at? So, oh no. So that's why we acknowledging the women, because of all the bull crap they go through. all the sexism, all this bull crap. And these are your mothers, these are your daughters, these are your nieces. Where the men at? We're allowing other men to abuse our family members, and then our own family members are abusing our women. And then we're not even talking about domestic violence. We're not the most unreported crime in the community. No, not murder, not robbery. It's mostly violence against women, either rape, but most of it is physical abuse, domestic violence. My last job before uh, my last job that I worked before I started radio full time, I worked at Women's Center for Advancement. I was a domestic violence counselor. So dealt with domestic violence, and it happens on both sides. So women, you're not immune for that either. But it's mainly a man thing. And usually that women that perpetrate it, I mean, it's a learned behavior also. It's a learned behavior. Either your mother did it towards the father, and the children seen it, or the children seen the father do it towards the mother. So we do things here on purpose. People always ask, I mean, why you call it women winning women Wednesday? Because women actually be winning. Y'all just be hating on them. You don't want to give them the credit for nurturing all of us, or feeding all of us, actually birthing all of us. Oh yeah, everybody was born by a woman. I know some of y'all want to be women. Don't get mad at me. You're mad at me. Talk to God. But we want you to acknowledge the women in your lives. I don't care who you are, because they do a lot and they don't get the credit. And that's why we're having the high depressions, the obesity, et cetera, because we got sorry men that like to mentally and physically abuse women and children. I call them sucker ducks. So we do things here on purpose, y'all. We are a research radio station. Our goal is to improve our community. The only way we're going to improve our community, we have to improve self. I know y'all think y'all perfect. Because y'all always talking about somebody, like y'all better than somebody. No, we all in the same boat. All our ancestors came over in slave ships. If you are Black American, so my guest is here. Let me put on some music real quick, or let me turn this up. I'll be right back with y'all. All right, all right. We got our guests in the house, y'all. We got our guests in the house. And I see Brother Terrence Hayes. Brother Terrence Hayes, you know, I'm a man. Of course, I'm not going to bash men, but also I'm going to acknowledge when men ain't right. Like I said, I had to stop a brother from raping a woman.
Yeah.
For real. I do this for real. But also, the best hood is fatherhood and motherhood. And so my heroes is my mother and father. And so they taught me not to be violent towards women. And some of us aren't privy on the way we grow up. And some of us see violence or experience violence from our parents or those that supposed to love us. And so we are a research station. We do things on purpose, and I appreciate the dialogue, because we want intelligent dialogue, so we can. Oh yeah, the responsibility is lie on both, but the men, we are ordained, or so-called the leaders, and so we have to lead, and sometimes we have to be humble. Sometimes we got to compromise. Sometimes we got to yield. See, that's a real man when he can yield, and if the woman's a better speller, then let her lead. You step back.
What do you mean, if she's a better speller?
Yeah. Heck yeah, she's a better speller. And most of them are. They smart women. And so if they got a certain skill set, you let them lead, and you support. That's how relationship really happen. It's like a wave, baby. It don't stay the same. Sometimes the man has to be the lead, but sometimes the woman has to be the lead. And it has to be respect on both sides. And so, as we are quarantined, as we see domestic violence go up, as we see abuse of our children go up because we're at close quarters, we need to focus on this even more. So I got my guests in here, but we came here to talk about real estate, but I wanted to acknowledge my brother Hayes, because he said he didn't want us to be men bashing, when it's responsibility of both men and women when it comes to relationships. And so I agree with him without a doubt. And so the only way to do it, let me get out here. Oh, there go right here. I want to cut him out. Only way to do it is we have to dialogue about it. Intelligent dialogue. This is how we get it done. But I came to talk to you about money. Yeah, money.
Is that why I'm here?
Yeah. I think you're here to talk about money.
Oh no.
Okay. Turn this music off. All right, we're gonna turn this music off. We're gonna talk. Let me change it. Let me change mics. You are on. I'm on 2. We're gonna change mics. Let me get this right, because I'm gonna cut him. I know he got a beautiful face. I know y'all want to see it. There we go. All right, now that's better. That's better right there. All right, what's up, Omaha, the Burbs, Bluffs? We have our guest in the house. He's been here before. I love him because, I should have brought him on. He's supposed to be here Tuesday, Tell the Truth Tuesday, because he liked to tell the truth.
Oh yeah.
He's a very pacific gentleman when it comes to communication. And so I respect that. Sometimes we need to hear the cold, blunt language, like it is, because, I think we become too soft, we become crybabies, can't handle stuff, the adjective, verbs, nouns, and prepositional phrases. But, we got to toughen up to the truth. That's why we bring in people that, from all ethnicities, because, we love everyone, and we have to be the example, not talk about it, be about it. So yesterday we had Tim Burke on here, CEO of Omaha Public Power District. Today we got my man Richard Smith, real estate tycoon. Oh yeah,
don't know about that.
Real estate tycoon. We're gonna talk about real estate, how you can get involved in real estate, and then also he's a very outspoken gentleman, and we're just gonna sit back and talk about a little bit of everything: politics, economics, et cetera, et cetera. You know how these stars are, Omaha? They got their own nouns, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes and predicates to introduce themselves. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and we're gonna get right into the dialogue. So, how you doing, bro?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Let the
It's
people
been a
know.
while. Been
Yeah,
about 6 months.
Yeah, six. It's been see, he's precise. He's precise, y'all. So 6 months. Well, what have you been doing?
You know, I live my life in a certain way,
Okay.
and I don't want to say from a philosophical, lofty position, but I
Mm.
live my life a certain way and from a philosophical position.
Okay.
And one of the philosophies I have is I don't like to be anywhere I'm not invited.
Okay.
Okay. And you invited me here today,
Right.
and I came. But the last time I came here, do you remember what was going on? The world was blowing up.
Yeah, world's blowing up. It's like it was by around March. It was fine. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
And I came in here and I said, listen, great introduction. Thank you. But you say I do real. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let people know who you are.
I do real estate.
But well, who are you? Is he anonymous? Is he the famous anonymous that's on the internet?
Yeah. I appreciate, but I am the fly low, off the radar guy.
Okay.
Okay. And what I do, and I just said, if I get invited, I will go.
Okay.
So if anybody takes anything out of this conversation, they can get a hold of you.
Right.
And if they want me in their orbit, if they want me in their world,
right,
I'll be more than happy to. But the philosophy that when I came here last time, I don't know if you remember the first time I came in. Do you remember the question I asked you? I don't know if you remember it, but I asked you a question.
Was it?
Why am I here?
Well, the reason why, because you intrigued me. I was over at Chris' house.
Yep.
My man Chris Pierce.
Yeah.
I've been working with Chris to change this community for a long time. He was a Democrat then.
Yep.
Now he's a Republican, and I still love him. And so we was over their house kicking it.
Yeah.
And then I heard you over there dialoguing, talking about money and real estate and making deals.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to be in this conversation.
So I asked, why am I here? And you went down that path and said, talking about real estate, maybe you can introduce thoughts, ideas. And then I responded by saying, what is your demographics? And in short, you said it was not the top 1% of income earners.
Right.
So I'm going to replace the word. I'm just going to say the word poor, whether someone's poor or not. There's different types of poverty. But let's just say when I use the word poor, it's not meant to be derogatory.
Right.
So I said, William, your demographics necessarily are the folks who are poor.
Mm-hmm.
I said, William, in 5 years from now, you know what's going to happen? Those same folks that are listening, they're still going to be poor. Okay. And this is statistics. I'm a statistics guy. I'm not here to hurt anybody.
Right.
But when you say I'm a real estate guy, I'm actually a citizen.
Okay.
I'm a citizen. And my philosophy is I need to help people. I just feel better about myself when I help people. And I offered on your radio show, I said, listen, I will teach you. I will show you what I know. And if it helps you, great. If it doesn't, but it's going to cost you something. And I don't remember the cost I threw out there. I said it was a cup of coffee. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got to buy me a cup of coffee because nothing's free.
Right.
6 months ago, the reason why I invited myself into your world, to your listeners' world, was because bad stuff was happening. The world, the financial system was unraveling.
Right.
In my opinion, and I can show you the numbers. Since then, the Federal Reserve, the government, and the governments around the world have done things to stop that unraveling. Very smart people stopped the unraveling. And so I'm going to throw some numbers out at you.
Okay.
The debt the world has is about 3 times what the income is. Okay. So the debt, so if you make $30,000 a year, you have a debt of $90,000.
Okay.
All right. So just use those numbers. The interest rate, the overnight interest rate for the banks, and I'm getting knee deep in the weeds, went to 10%, the overnight rate, which was the unraveling.
Okay.
If that were to happen,
what was the previous rate?
Well, what it is now is like 1%. I mean, you can go get a loan.
Yeah. It's real cheap, real.
And then you get the negative interest rates. So that's a different problem. But when I was in here, there was if things hadn't changed, I don't know if you remember, I was talking about save up food.
Right.
It was that type of stuff. And then I made an offer to your listeners. I said, it's going to cost you a cup of coffee and you got to bring someone 14 and under. And the reason why I said that is I believe 15 and over, you're lost. Not that you can't change your world, but your education, on how to change a world is set. And this is what I offered. I said, bring no more than 10, and I will bring a silver coin. You bring someone young, I will give them a silver coin.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at that time, I posted it in modest places, but I memorialized it, my thoughts and whatever. Now, since then, the silver price, and I'm a big silver person, the silver price had collapsed to the historic low in mankind, 5,000 years, historic low, silver to gold. And I was at the office. I said, guys, if you don't buy it now, I'll never talk to you about this again because you're an idiot if you don't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So the spot price, which means the 5,000 ounce contracts, was about $14 an ounce, but you can buy the silver coin for 17, $18 at the time. You can't get it for $35 right now. I mean, $35, you can get that same. So in a matter of 6 months, had you, not saying you do what I tell you to do,
right,
but had you taken on that suggestion and bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, it would have cost you $17, and now you can sell it for twice that amount.
Right.
Okay. Then when, pardon me, when the monetary system collapses, which it will, one day, I don't know when, that silver's real money.
Right.
Okay. Your dollars, go take a look at Venezuela or any other nation that destroys their currency. That silver will buy so much in Venezuela. I can go to Venezuela, not that I choose to, but if I chose to go to Venezuela, I can take that one coin and it would get me way more than $35 worth of stuff because it's real money.
Right.
So I appreciate you coming, inviting me in. I'm a real estate guy. That's what I do, but that's not who I am.
Okay.
I've got my fellow citizens. And I remember 6 months ago, I said, listen, people that have the money are not coming in to warn you. I'm here to warn you. That's what I was doing at the time. I was like, guys, this is happening. And I also said, and I like to repeat myself because I want to reinforce it because I want people to know who I am. If someone accuses me of something in the future, I want you and anyone else to step in. I don't want your vote. I'm not running for office. I don't want your money. I want nothing from you. And I appreciate you bringing me in. And yeah, we can talk about money. We can talk about real estate. But most of your listeners, if they're poor today, they're going to be poor in the future. Okay? Monetarily. And that's what I was talking about, monetarily. Now, since then, I can tell you what I have done.
Okay.
Since that time, I had a gentleman visit with me, and it was about real estate, and he had nothing. And it wasn't, I wish it was from your show, but it wasn't. And he crossed my path, and he said, this is what I want to do.
Okay.
And I listened to him. And then I said, may I show you something? And I got the pens and paper out, and I said, this is what I would do.
Okay.
His company they started, it's right now it's worth over $100,000, and by the end of the year, it's probably going to have a value of another $100,000. Okay. He lived the same amount of time. Had he not listened to me, he listened to me, and his net worth has gone up.
Right.
I've got another gentleman. Last Friday, I called him up, and he knows what I'm talking about. I said, here's the opportunity for you. He executed it. So his net worth since Friday has gone up $50,000. Okay. So your listeners, if you don't know what I'm talking about and you want to know what I'm talking about, I will share with you my time. It's going to cost you though. It's going to cost you that cup of coffee. And I like to go to Panera because they got the big tables there.
Okay, but I know 6 feet distance.
So if you want to know something about a tiny little sliver in this world on how you can increase your net worth monetarily, I can show you how to do it. Knowing I was coming in today, I didn't want to talk about the monetary stuff because no one called me up. No one brought me their kids. And all I was going to do is introduce ideas and thoughts.
Yep. And I just want to have a conversation. What you've been thinking these last 6 months, especially, since the world, still.
You picked the subject. I got an opinion.
Well, since you're talking about,
get tough on me.
Since you're talking about economics and the reason why I brought you in because you do say poor. Poor is a state to me. Of course, it's a state of mind. I call it broke, and so we can change that perception. But you also change that perception by teaching them. On the road economics. So we're talking about the same thing. But it's significant because it's reality. They're still going to be subjugated as poor on all literature.
Yeah.
However, it has to be a rolled out. It has to be a projection, like we was talking about, that will project us, even though we're on this.
Someone I just read the other day, someone made a comment, or I read it. I forget which one it was, but they said, when I go to my funeral, there's going to be 6 people lifting up my coffin.
Right.
And they're going to help me into my grave. And I think, and from what I gleaned from that was, I said, you know what? You need 6 people in your world to change your world. Like, here I am. I will help you. I won't do more for you than you.
Right.
You have to do it. That's why you got to buy me that cup of coffee. Okay. Because that's your price.
It's an investment itself.
So if you think about the philosophy of having 6 people in your world raising you up, all right, I'm one.
Right.
I'm going to encourage you to get 5 other people in your world to help raise you up. Now, yeah, we're all going to be heading to that place.
Right.
But philosophically, I offer myself to be one.
Right.
And I will help you with 5 other people if you want. But what I was thinking on knowing I was going to be here today, because I talked about the monetary stuff.
Right.
And I'll do it again. I offered it again, but let me kind of turn the corner, because there is the other half to being wealthy.
Okay.
I was on the phone. I was helping somebody out of state with their real estate. And philosophically speaking, I was telling him what I tell my children. If you want to be wealthy, serve others.
Okay.
If you want to be wealthy, serve others. If you change the mindset, for example, I'm here, I'm serving. I say, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want your vote. I don't want your money. I want to make it really clear. So if anyone's out there, William, if they say, nah, he wants something. No, he doesn't. He never asked for it. And the reason why I don't put my name out there is because I don't even want that. Right. I want nothing.
Right.
Okay. If you want to get a hold of me, you go through you, but I don't put my name out there. You don't have my number. You don't have my email address. I'm not giving it out.
Yeah.
But if you want to get a hold of me, see what I'm saying? I want you to take the energy and effort if you care to.
Holla at the boss, y'all. Holla at I did let y'all know it's his name, but
that's all right.
But
they're not gonna rewind it.
Yeah. You're not gonna I got all this info. And the reason why I brought him back, because when someone has knowledge, you try to spread the knowledge. I mean, like I said, we get our blessings from God. It's tenfold. So you can't beat those mathematics. So go ahead with your thought, bro.
Well, it's just the wealth by serving others. And when I serve others, I mean this. I find out it really does come back.
Right.
It comes back a lot. And my philosophy is I do help a lot of people, and I burden them with two action items. Burden them.
But before you get to that, why is it coming back to you? Why is it coming back? Because I love this. Serve others. And
not monetarily.
Yeah.
It's different wealth.
Yeah. Just naturally serve others, and that's being wealthy.
It's wealthy.
That's being wealthy.
It's being wealthy.
Okay.
In my world.
Right. Okay.
But try it. When you're done listening to this show, if you're listening, serve others. It doesn't cost anything.
Right.
And maybe it does. But in my world, sometimes it does, but I help them out. It doesn't cost anything to serve others. I'm serving people now.
Right.
If somebody were to change their life in a positive fashion, now think about what happens. And this is why I would like the children to introduce the thoughts. I want them to have an everlasting notion that this guy said this, and there's something to this.
Right.
By serving others, I mean, I don't have anything eloquent to say about it, except that if I serve you, William, that enables you to serve others. And if you serve others, that enables them to serve others. And politics, the environment, world environment, we're all looking at each other, and there's a lot of conflict. Okay. And philosophically, what is conflict? My world, my definition of conflict, and I'm glad the video's on. So here's my definition, and someone can challenge me on this. You got it going?
Yeah, it's still going.
Okay. So here's conflict for those that can watch this. This is someone's expectation, and I'm holding my hand up. It's this high. and someone else's expectation that you're working with is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about it, whether nations or personal relationships or family.
Mm-hmm.
The greater the gap in expectations is the greater the conflict.
Okay.
All right. You have an expectation, I have an expectation. And if we're friends and your expectation of me is to treat you a certain way and my expectation of treating you is a certain way, and here it is.
Right.
I come in here and I'm not meeting your expectation. What are we going to have? We're going to have conflict.
Without a doubt.
Okay. So I've listened to your show. I used to go to work, turn it on. I got you in the background. And I got to be honest with you. And I'm going to serve you.
Mm-hmm.
And from my perspective,
Mm-hmm.
okay, is that I had to stop doing it because you had people in here. I wish I was sitting next to them because I like asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
And they were not serving you and they were not serving the community. They were propagating not nice things.
Okay.
And I wish I could challenge them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not meant to argue, but I'm trying to get the expectations. And by asking questions, I can one of two things is going to happen. They're either going to continue with their belief system,
right,
or I'm going to make them think. And I'm not here to hurt people. I want people to think. So I'm glad you started off by saying, hey, what are my qualifications to be here? That's a good way to start off every show. When I said, why am I here? You got an opinion. Everybody's got an opinion.
Right.
Why am I here? Your opinion has value to it, and here's why. So you had Don Bacon in. You introduced him as Congressman Bacon.
Yep.
There's something that goes with that. He's a general.
Yep.
You sent out to the world to listen his qualifications, which is a good thing. And he served the community.
Right.
So all of these things philosophically in my world, there's a philosophy that I stay in the lanes with. And then when someone tries to take me outside those lanes, I can entertain that idea. I can entertain bad ideas.
Right.
It doesn't mean I adopt them.
Great. And I guess the reason why I dialogue like that, because it's important, I guess, to hear all views, all opinions. So there's a variance. And people can hopefully distinguish between the differences.
That's called discernment. And that's a big thing in my world.
Okay.
Discernment. Because if your hatred guides your action, you don't have the ability to discern. Okay. I lost a friend within the past couple of, not death. They chose not to be my friend. Now,
Okay.
let me throw out something.
Okay.
Is you can badmouth anybody. That's your opinion. But when you make me guilty, and I'm going to give you the exact scenario, I'm going to vote for Trump. And let me tell you why I'm going to vote for Trump. Before he was successful in getting the presidency, he announced the list of judges that he was going to nominate for the courts and stuff. Now, what's nice about that is he told us his philosophy. In my world, judges are not conservative or liberal.
Right.
They should be constitutional.
Okay.
Okay. And philosophically, we are men. Men make laws. Men are fallible. Men make fallible laws.
Right.
Logic sticks. Right? So if we make a law, or if there's a judgment that is inconsistent with the natural being of who we are, with the intrinsic value that we are as of human beings, and you'll see how I'll tie this together, there's a conflict. Okay? And the greater the conflict, the greater the greater the gap in expectations, the greater the conflict.
Okay.
The reason why I voted for Trump is I want his judges. Now, I'm from New York. Let me make it really clear. I didn't like Trump. I don't like, years ago, I didn't like the guy. Braggadocious, loudmouth, typical New Yorker. And those are the people they just don't rub me well. I don't like them until he started pushing back. And who's he pushing back against? And the nomenclature is the swamp. I didn't realize how bad that swamp is. Now, the race relations. Okay. I'm gonna ask a question.
Right.
Anybody can say anything about the Constitution, the start of the government, start of the United States, all of those things. You can say those things.
Right.
But here we are today. You want people calling balls, balls, and strikes, strikes. You want someone that looks at the Constitution and says, this is what this means. For example, Constitution says you have to be 35 years old to be the president.
Right.
I didn't ask you if you liked it. I didn't ask if it was a good idea. In aggregate, we agree 35 years old is the age. Can we change it? Yeah, within a constitutional amendment, right? So if we in aggregate say we don't like that, we have the ability to change that. And here are the rules to change that.
Right.
One side says we want the judges to change that. We don't think it's a good idea. We want activist judges. The Black community, in my opinion, should want the judges. If there's one reason why you vote for Trump, it's the judges. Well, he had an affair. Really?
It doesn't matter.
All right. If that's the standard.
I understand. I understand media because I'm part of media and how they slant, perception and thoughts.
All of these things they say about Trump. If there's a one issue that, in my opinion, I'll give you one issues for the Black community. One issue is Trump. Vote for him for the judges. But I don't like. You want someone calling balls, balls, and strikes, strikes. For example, there is injustice. There is injustice. Part of the solving of the problem, I'm going to throw this out there. I've been called racist because of the color of my skin. I'm going to ask you, anyone else?
So you've been stereotyped.
The stereotype,
right? And it goes both ways.
Okay, so here's I'm going to go to the development of man.
Right.
The development of man says stereotypes are part of how we got here. For example, when you're out in the wild and you see that lion, I got a stereotype.
It's gonna eat you. Yeah.
I need to do something about that. So, and I sometimes make extreme examples to make a point.
Right.
But are stereotypes good or stereotypes bad?
I mean, it's just a evaluation of your current environment.
Depends.
Yeah. It's not always negative. It's just some is based off of
experience.
Survival.
And survive. There's a lot of different reasons. Sometimes the answer is not one. Sometimes the answer is 1,000 little things.
Right.
So stereotypes, are they good or bad? But when they hurt other people, now you have my attention.
Right.
So here's what I'm going to throw out to those people that don't know me, that say I'm a racist because of the color of my skin.
Okay.
I want justice, you want justice, and I think we want justice, except for the people that are angry. Remember the discernment? They're so angry.
Right.
They don't want justice. They want to express their anger by burning buildings and doing stupid stuff. Okay, so here's my suggestion. When someone says this guy's racist and you don't, what's my favorite color, William? You don't know it, and no one else out there knows it, but you know I'm a racist, not you.
Right.
So you don't know my favorite color, but you know I'm a racist.
Right.
If you call me something that I'm not guilty of, and you keep doing it,
right,
what's the likelihood I'm actually going to help you? It goes down.
Yeah. I mean, you'll develop a callous.
It's like,
yeah,
listen, I'm guilty of something I'm not guilty of. Why am I going to help you? My suggestion is, if we can agree on justice, there's no bigger fan than me. And I mean that. I mean, I will give you the path. Strategically, for example, are you familiar with the General Flynn case?
A little
superficially?
Yeah, superficially. Of course, it's from national news and stuff like that.
I kind of been watching. The guy's been railroaded. So you got a white general and injustice. If the Black community wants to carry the ball down the field further, in my opinion, attach injustice to General Flynn, because you'll get justice. He's been railroaded, and who's he been railroaded by? The strongest people in the government, FBI, all those guys. And he's going to come out and he's going to be exonerated. But look what they put him through. And I agree, there is injustice. I want to solve the justice problem. If the Black community would come out and say, we want justice for Michael Flynn, do you know how many people are going to adopt those people in the Black community and say, we agree with you? Now, is it manipulating a little bit? Yeah, because General, he's a white guy. But that doesn't matter. We want to, is justice justice?
Well, justice doesn't, Liberty has a
blind. She's blind in the scale.
Yeah, without doubt. So,
but it's strategically. Imagine.
But that communication has to be even connected, because no one even connected General Flynn, because he's
General Flynn. He's over there. He's that guy.
Right. He's over there, and
but he's a national. He's a national figure. And
when you depend on the AP, UPI, the main mainstream media, which is cross-owned by these different entities, you never know if you're really getting accurate information.
Let me give you a second on this one here. President Trump was impeached.
Okay.
What was he impeached for? Do you remember?
What was he impeached for? It's been so long.
Out there, what was he impeached for? I'll give you 10 seconds.
It was
impeachment for 200, Alex.
I think for the Russians or something.
It was the Ukraine. It was the Ukraine.
Oh, the phone call.
He made a phone call
right
to the Ukraine, said, hey, we got someone looking into something. Can you help him out? That was the phone call.
Right.
And there's other things around it, but that's what he said.
Right.
Look what's happened since. Look at all the news that's come out about the corruption. Okay, Ukraine and corruption, those are synonymous. But you got the President of the United States saying, listen, we think something's up here. Discernment. If you hate Trump and you hate what I'm saying, you don't have discernment. But the information on his son's drive was given to the FBI a year ago. At least that's what the reports are saying. A year ago. So now let me turn it around. Imagine you, William, or you, the listener, are having to go to court, stand before a judge, potentially have bad things happen to you. And the FBI has exonerating information, or at least information that should be considered as part of your case, whether it's defense or whatever. And it didn't happen. So let me give you a question. Is justice justice?
Not well, because you know what that remind me of is what they did to our brothers and sisters in the 60s.
Is justice justice?
Right. So
maybe the white folks didn't come to black folks' help because, for whatever reason. I'm talking strategic. If the black community wants justice, how do you get there? I'm suggesting justice is justice.
Right.
Close the eyes. This happened. If you stand up for your fellow citizen and say this is injustice, you're going to get a lot of people. And I'm asking, stop telling me I'm a racist because I'm a white guy. Stop telling me I'm racist because I vote for Trump. I lost a friend since 50 years ago, first grade.
Right.
Because she was bad-mouthing Trump. I don't care if she bad-mouths Trump. He has a lot to bad-mouth about.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, because no one's perfect.
But this is what she said. She said, if you vote for Trump, you're a racist. Whoa. And that's when I jumped in.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that's too extreme. I'll give you an example. I went to Macy yesterday. We talked about Macy, right?
Yeah.
I got a picture.
Macy, the town, not the company.
Yeah, Macy,
buying
the
stuff.
town. But the gentleman that from Burt Power, I got in his car. He had Rush Limbaugh on, and the Native American was in back. So you had a black, a Native American, and a white, and then we listened to Rush Limbaugh, right? Driving around the reservation.
Only in America, right?
Yeah, only in America, man. And so I'm looking at this, and we listen to Trump and brother Rush Limbaugh, and then I said, well, let's take a picture of this because we represent America. And the white guy said, man, no, he said, no, call me a redneck, man. I said, okay, we got a redneck, a black, but we had fun. We had a smile, and we appreciate our differences.
So expectations,
and we didn't judge each other because we was on a serious mission to accomplish.
So let me just expectations where you treat each other in a civilized manner. You may have a difference of opinion on things. That's where this goes like this, but if you had the expectations, and I can make something up, but if you wouldn't get in the car with the guy, if your expectations were here and he was this kind of person, you wouldn't get in the car.
I would never got in the truck.
Yeah.
And I would never accomplish my goal to provide Wi-Fi. It's going to take all of us. And I'm not worried about someone's political view. I just want them to treat me with respect.
And coming in here, knowing I'm coming here, because I got a request of you, because I know there's people out there that think I'm racist because of the color of my skin.
Well, like you said, what do you call those people? You're gonna have those people on a stream on both sides.
But remember, I serve.
Right.
Remember, I serve. I can talk to a bunch of people that agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's serving.
Right.
You get somebody. I'm going to throw this out at you.
And that's why I bring you on here. That's why I bring you on because I see a lot of stuff that people don't agree on, but it's necessary to be said because I don't want to participate in ignorance. But and I know you don't want to participate in ignorance either.
But here's where I'll throw out there. I'll participate in this sense. Is I'm just going to throw this out there. Mm-hmm. I want you to find someone that hates white people, and I want to talk to him. That's all I want to do.
Right.
And she may have a great reason to hate white people.
Right.
I just want to talk to him and find out what it is, and just talk to him.
Right.
And convince me to hate white people. Convince me. I mean, I'll give you the opportunity, but it doesn't serve, in my opinion, it doesn't serve if I talk to people that agree with me.
Right.
It serves when that conflict is there.
Right.
And my time is short, and I want to make it valuable.
So basically, your goal is to
reduce the conflict.
Reduce the conflict.
We can have disagreement.
Right.
But conflict, we go to war. Sometimes over the stupidest things.
Period.
And if we expect our world leaders to get along, why can't we get along?
Right.
And there are people out there that have changed their minds. They've changed their lives. But it had to be because somebody crossed their paths.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I help people, I help a lot of people, but I burden them with two things. And they agree to it. They ascend to the agreement. I said, first thing is this: you have to help somebody else out. I'm obligating myself to you.
Mm-hmm.
My time, my resources, sometimes financial. I'm obligating myself to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm helping you. And in a significant way. Your burden is you have to help somebody else out.
Right.
Now, some people call it pay forward. I don't care what it is, but you have to help somebody else out. That's your obligation to me.
I call it love thy neighbor.
The second thing is when I die,
mm-hmm.
you promise to come to my funeral and tell my children I was a good guy.
Okay.
All right.
I like that one.
And the reason why is if 100 years from now, 100 years ago, people on this earth had problems.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they now?
Dead.
Those problems are equally worthless.
Right.
They're non-existent.
Right.
But influencing my children is extremely important on my value scale.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I'm perfect, but it means I want to leave this earth, and I want my children to know that. And I want them to these folks to come to my funeral because I want them to see how many people I've helped.
Right.
A lot of people talk about helping the community
mm-hmm,
and helping
mm-hmm.
this and helping that, and I don't do this much.
Right.
But given the opportunity to serve,
right.
I said, you get in my face and you tell me you don't even know me. You say bad things about me. I guarantee you, I've helped more people than anybody, almost anybody that you may know. And I used to own one of the largest inner city childcare facilities in Omaha. I guarantee you, I shouldn't say guarantee, there's a high likelihood I've held and cared for more black babies than anybody you know as a white person.
Right.
Guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't broadcast it. Just give the opportunity to say, and I'm not asking for credit. I don't have my credentials. This is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I do what I do because I do what I do.
Right.
Let me show you this. I don't want you to do any names. I'm proud of this. I was helping somebody.
Okay.
And that person passed away.
Okay.
All right.
Now, did you go to their? Oh yeah.
One of the most incredibly beautiful women that ever walked this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm not going to mention names. I don't want to do this.
Well, you see, the community has been mourning her.
Oh, okay.
All right. The community has been mourning that young lady that she died in a car accident.
Again.
Yes.
I don't want to talk about her because I don't have permission of the family. I don't want to do that.
Today is Women Wednesday, and you're basically acknowledging one of the beautiful ladies.
Just crazy.
In our community. Let me show a picture real quick.
No, don't do it. I don't have permission.
Okay,
but that's not this is my point.
Okay, what's your point?
Is that influencing people, and sometimes you don't know who you influence.
Okay.
You just don't.
Right.
I've had people come 10 years later. Do you know what you said to me 10 years ago? I love that conversation.
Right.
But read. Don't use her name, but right there.
Okay.
That person. Just read that one sentence.
Blank most recently accomplished with the help of her mentor, Mr. Smith.
You did it. Anyway,
she attended a Randall School of Real Estate, where she became a licensed real estate agent in the state of Nebraska. All right,
that's her deal from the funeral, and
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that.
right.
But
Well,
first paragraph.
Well, like I said, the reason why I bring you in here because I like the way you think. And then plus our community, I feel we are a research station, so we can't keep hearing the same dialogue. We got to hear other thoughts and other perceptions in order to get to the same conclusion. You want our people to get to the same conclusion that
Our people.
Yeah, our people.
Here's the thing: if you're a human being, you are, in my world, you are our people.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You don't have to be black.
No, we got boss listener. So if
You
you're a
don't
boss
have to
listener, you are people. So we come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, without a doubt.
Philosophically, let me leave you with a couple thoughts.
Okay.
What do poor people do?
They stay poor.
Poor people do poor people things.
Right.
What do rich people do?
Rich people do rich people things.
Rich people do rich people things. All right. Most of you out there listening to the poor people.
Yeah.
So let me give you an example.
So give me some what a rich person would do.
All right, a rich person pays $750 in taxes.
Go ahead, Trump. $750. Hey,
no, let me throw it out there.
But I'll give you a good example. Since Trump came into office, and changed the tax code, I did get my largest refund. Because I connected with a person that knew taxes, and they connected
so that's one of the six.
Yeah, yep. I connected with another person that had
connected with one of the six people.
Yep, and she has real estate. She has tech knowledge, so she did a Schedule C for me. I never heard of a Schedule C, which connected my business.
Do rich people know what a Schedule C is?
Rich people know that. Poor people don't. I'm not poor no more.
Well, so, and now,
but little things like that.
Yeah.
And now I had deductions that that I took advantage of as a business person versus as an individual. But I Schedule C connected my business with my personal, and I was able to get a larger refund based off of the deductions from my business.
Did you do anything illegal?
No, straight legal.
All right. So you live the same number of days.
And
then you're financially better off.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
Decision making, all decision making and knowledge.
So let me, I want to finish the $750. I'm going to give a proposition.
Okay.
And then you tell me what you would do. Okay.
Okay.
He pays 700. Let's just say he paid 750. I don't think he did. I don't even think he paid that much.
Right. You might have paid nothing.
But let me throw this out at you.
Okay.
The proposition is this. Mr. Trump is going to buy a $600 million piece of property. He's going to put $200 million into it. And at the end of it, it's going to be worth $1 billion.
Okay.
Okay. When he buys that $600 million, he's going to spend $200 million to clean up, fix up. That means he's going to buy He's going to buy something that bring jobs.
Right.
And it's going to increase the tax base.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have someone contributing to the economy.
Right.
Now, the only hitch is that if he does that, he's allowed to pay $750 in taxes. That's the proposition. You have yes, but he has to pay $200,000. No, the proposition is this. He's going to contribute to the economy. He's going to get these jobs.
Right.
But he's only going to pay $750. As a community leader, as the mayor, as the governor, would you take that on?
Yeah, because on this side, you get a larger return because you got many families are employed right now. And then you got vendors also being supplied, their businesses are being supplied.
So the cycle of money,
right,
it's like the oil in an engine is being cycled.
And actually, when he invests, that's actually a expense, so he can write that off.
Well, I mean, there's expenses and there's revenue, right. But let's just do it this way. So 600 million, just follow along at home. 600 million, he gets other people to put up the cash. Okay, private, not government. Right. He gets private people to put up the cash, and now they're exposed to $600 million to that person. He's also going to get from them $200 million that he's going to clean up and fix up his place.
Right.
And then it's going to be worth $1 billion. His balance sheet just went up $200 million, right? Okay. So 600 to buy, 200 to clean up, fix up, and now it's worth $1 billion. In real estate, you actually become cash poor. You become asset rich. So his balance sheet went up $200 million.
Okay.
But how much did he make?
He didn't make none.
He didn't make anything.
Because everything went into
he only makes it if he sells it, because then he realized the gain.
Right.
So this is the proposition. He didn't make any money in that transaction.
Right.
And he created all these jobs.
Right.
And he increased the tax base for the property taxes.
Right. And he hasn't made no money yet.
So for those of you that hate Trump, that say, no, I wouldn't do that deal, you do not have the ability to discern.
Oh, yeah, I would do that deal. I would do that deal.
Okay. So the government, through the tax code, it says we want developers. We want people to create real estate because it creates the job, it betters the tax base.
Right.
If you tell me what you're going to subsidize, guess what you're going to get more of? That what you subsidize.
Interesting. So, for example, here on North 24th Street, the city is doing exactly what you talked about with the old Native Omaha building. If you come up with a great plan for that building that outweighs the cost of the building, they will go towards what do you call that? The creation, because you're going to create opportunities for the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's the same philosophy. Okay.
But you have to have the individuals that understand this. So
right.
Let me, because I know we're getting short on time. I want to talk about kind of like the subject matter. There's two reasons why I suggest, because you have a one issue vote. Some people have a one issue vote. This is my 2-issue vote, and this is my appeal to not just everybody, but let's talk about the Black community.
Okay.
Because inside I'm hurting that we have this community that is in and of itself hurting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you want to be wealthy 150 years ago, whatever the number is, what did you have to have? You had to have a railroad. You had to have coal. You had to have iron. You had all these things, and you became fabulously wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Today, do you need those things?
No, you just need a good internet idea.
So let's use an extreme example. Yeah. Zuckerberg created Facebook, and he did it from a dorm room.
Right.
And the only resources that he had was the laptop, his brain. He had to eat. He had to have a place to stay. So minimal investment, but look what he created.
Right.
So if we take that and we take that thought and say somebody, a human being with their brain and an idea and act upon it, has the potential to make monetary wealth.
Right.
Are we in agreement with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me go back to the types of government that there are. In my opinion, there's 3 types of government. You've got a theocracy,
okay, where
it's basically we recognize this government is a religious-based government. Iran could be a theocracy. Saudi Arabia could be a theocracy. Right? So we have a theocracy.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have an autocracy. Autocracy says the government is going to tell you how to live your life.
Okay. And
you're going to do what we tell you to do.
Okay.
North Korea, China, Russia, in the past anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have an autonomous society.
Mm-hmm.
Autonomous society says you get to make your own decisions. Okay? As long as you don't harm somebody else and don't do things against the greater good, which is, for example, speeding.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing 50 and a 30, you're going to have a bad day.
Right.
Okay? So you have an autonomous society, autocracy, or a theocracy. We don't have a theocracy. What do you think is the best system of government, big picture? You want the government telling you what to do, or do you want to live your life?
I want to live my life.
Okay.
And this minimum government, like
perfect
emergency.
You're a conservative. I don't know if you know that, but you're a conservative. You're a libertarian. So if I take something away from you that prohibits you from living your autonomous society, is that harming you?
Yeah, without
big
doubt.
Picture.
Yeah, without doubt.
Big picture. Not the thing with you can't do 50 and a 30, because I take away that. You can do it in an autonomous society. You can do it, but you're going to suffer the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's the question to the Black community. I told you I operated a child care facility, and sometimes, I said poor people do poor things, rich people do rich things. Sometimes the folks I was working with were poor people, and they were doing poor people things.
Mm-hmm. Is it based off of
it's a lot of things.
The lack of knowledge?
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that but this is where I'm going.
Well, you talking about economics. It's all based off of economics, really.
But this is where it's going. Even the poor people, in my opinion, want the best for their kids.
Right.
It's just a sentence. Think about it for a second, folks. Even the poor people want the best for their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We just said autocracy is not necessarily a good thing. Someone in Washington can't tell you how to live your life better than you can tell you how to live your life. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So here's the task. Imagine for a moment. education is really important in my world.
Mhm.
If you want to go to that second level or that other level or that level you choose to go to, you're not going to do it. If you're 15 and over, it's going to be really hard for you to change your ways. You have to really dedicate yourself, and you have to really surround yourself with those 6 people. But 5 years from now, your listeners, if they're poor now, they're going to be poor 5 years from now, unless they change their ways. But they're children. The philosophy of even poor parents want the best for their kids. Here's the proposition. I think a single vote, will you give me my school? Yeah, I have to ask this. Will you give me my school vouchers? Will you give me? You're asking somebody else, will you give me?
Right.
Something that I feel I can do a better job of picking how to educate my children.
Right.
If you have more than one child, they're not the same. Maybe they are, but for the most part, they're not the same. So let's just real quick. So one of them is really good at math and they stink at history.
Mhm.
And then you got another one that's really good at music, but they stink in math.
Right.
What does our school system say? One school. You're going to go to that school. Is that an autocracy? You're going to go to that school.
No, they're telling you what to do.
They're telling you what to do.
Mhm.
So if we have, let's just say, the black community, we don't have slavery, but do we? I'm telling you what to do.
Well, it's actually on the Constitution. It's on the Nebraska Constitution, and it's on there to get this year to get voted off.
Vote what off?
Slavery off the Constitution of Nebraska. So
okay,
so it still exists.
it doesn't exist. I'll tell you why. I can't do it.
Well, I mean,
I can't do it.
I mean, it's in existence in regards to it being written down. Now
it's okay. So this is what happened. I'm going to go do slavery. Someone sue me, and we'll officially get it off the books. Okay, because it'll be unconstitutional. It'll happen. But and I would love to do that one. I would love to contribute to society that way, but I can't do it. I'll do it just for fun. But you have to have someone that's harmed.
Right.
I'll harm somebody.
Mhm.
Okay, I love you, but I'll harm you.
Right.
Sue me.
Right.
And it'll get adjudicated that slavery is unconstitutional. There, it's off the books.
Okay.
All right, remember that? It's just like we all ascend, we all agree.
Right.
This is a wrong that'll get corrected.
Right.
But this is the exercise, because there's some people out there that's still angry at me because I'm white and I shouldn't be talking like this. So here's the exercise in your world.
Yeah, because you got a few people that's upset. That say, "Who's this guy?"
I'm nobody. I don't want any arrows. I'm just having you think.
Right.
But this is the exercise I want you to do.
Right.
And either I'm right or I'm wrong. So here we go. I want you to go to somebody in the education system, if you're an African American, and I want you to say, you know what? I want the school vouchers.
Okay.
Across the board, 100%. They're going to say, no, it's not good for you.
Right.
Just do the exercise. It could be good. It could not be good. But sometimes we need to know who's controlling us and who's not. Do I think that a parent will make a good choice? I say they'll make the best choice that they can make.
Right.
Does that mean that's the same choice I would make for my kids? Probably not. Maybe not. Or no. It doesn't matter. If we live in an autonomous society where you get to choose what's best for you,
Mhm.
that means you get to change your mind because it's best for you. You sent your kid to that school because you thought it was best for you and your family. It's not working out for the child. Send them to another school.
Mhm.
Okay. I would love to run a school because I would teach things that we need our young people to learn. And philosophy is one of them. Are we ascending that we are human beings?
Mhm.
Yes. That means we have intrinsic value in our world, Christian world. We have intrinsic value.
Mhm.
And I'd love to argue with someone on this one.
Oh, yeah. You got some people that want to debate with you on Facebook. Let me ask you a question.
Hook me up.
People are always going to reference the past, and which always going to affect, some of our decision making now. It's all due to economics, because when you see people have opportunity at economics, they have a chance to change.
When I
they
hear
did yesterday,
when I hear your sentence, I see math.
yeah, it's all.
And
math.
you
It's
said,
all
and
math.
you said it's all due to economics. I'm going to say that's a contributing factor.
Mhm.
But and we're short. But let me
Right,
throw
right.
this out at you.
Mhm.
I'm going to make a statement.
Mhm.
Human beings are fallible, right? Okay.
Right.
Christians are not racist. I'm going to have a discussion with you. I can go on an hour for this.
You-
Christians are not racist.
You don't think so?
Oh, listen to the statement.
Okay.
Christians are not racist.
Okay.
All right. Now, why is that? Because if you believe in the philosophy of Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
we are all brothers and sisters in Christ.
Yep. That's what.
Okay.
Right.
Christians are not racist. We can. I think I can support that because we just said Christians. If you're a Christian, you believe that we are brothers and sisters in Christ.
In God. Yeah, in Christ.
All right. We're going to take that. And we're going to push this aside.
Okay.
Man is fallible. Is that a true statement?
Yes.
I'm going to put this over here.
Mm-hmm.
Do those two things exist? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm a Christian and you're a Christian and I see you doing something that's less than Christian,
Mm-hmm.
what is my obligation to you?
Is to check that person.
Say, hey, listen, you're doing less than Christian stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I told you my friend from 50 years ago, she wears Christianity on her sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped the Christian because I know she is. I'm a Christian.
Right.
I said, you're judging. You're judging me.
Right.
And
because you
so now she's at a crossroads.
Okay. Okay.
She can either say, you know what? She can reflect.
Mm-hmm.
And in actuality, I'm supposed to take her to the church and go to two elders and say, hey, we have a conflict. Remember conflict?
Mm-hmm.
We have a conflict. We need to reduce that space in that conflict. He's voting for Trump. And I say, if you vote for Trump, you're a racist. I'm voting for Trump because of the judges.
So you vote for Trump basically off the judges.
In my opinion, the African-American society needs to vote for Trump for the judges. Because if you want justice, you want that Constitution. You don't want somebody saying, a man
mm-hmm.
making up the law. You want someone to say, this is the rules. If we don't like the rules, I don't disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not going to follow these rules, then why do I have to follow these rules?
But, when it comes to black people, judges have not been
great. So what is that? An injustice.
Right.
We have conflict.
Right.
Let's solve the conflict. And that's why I'm here. I'm serving.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when people tell me I'm racist, dude, I want to jump in. I want to fight this fight.
Right.
You tell me I'm the enemy. What's the likelihood I'm going to stand up for you?
I agree with you. Do you think the system is that because honestly, I think that's what we need to focus on the system because the system has laws and procedures which is govern all of us.
Okay, so let me say this: I trust my government. Okay, how many out there can say this? I trust my government. Close your eyes and hold on tight because I do.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another statement that can coexist. I don't trust those that run it.
Right.
I trust my government. I don't necessarily trust those that run it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's why I'm saying philosophy. If you stick to basics, you stick to fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
When these tough questions come, one, you know where I stand.
Right.
And if you stand outside those lines, I'm going to say, listen, you're standing out those. I can entertain your idea.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I said, I want to talk to people that hate me because you're outside that line.
Okay.
Because I know who I am and I serve. Tell me why. And you may hate white people for the right reason. And I don't want to change your mind or your heart. Yes, I do. But if you can't let it go, then with time,
mm-hmm.
maybe time will heal that wound. I'm just saying,
well,
it's no big deal. He paid $750. Christians are not racist. People are racist.
Right.
And I think people should vote for Trump because of the judges. And I think the black community needs to push the school vouchers, not because I said so,
mm-hmm.
because I want you to see who's going to push back on you. I want you to see who's pushing back on you, making what the best choice is for your family. Even
mm-hmm.
if it's not the best choice that I would make for your family, it's the best choice that you would make for your family.
Right, right. Well, we've got a lot of comments on Facebook.
More than normal?
Well, yeah. Well, they.
It's not more than normal. I don't know. I don't know.
It's very spirited. Who sent him? He's plugging charter schools in the black community. So I mean, so you'll get a variety. Brother Hayes,
hook me up. You know what I do? I said this last time when I said get with the kids and I will teach them.
Mm-hmm.
The parents bring the children. Okay. I don't know if I can afford the silver coins right now. I don't know if I can afford it, but what I can do is I can bring silver coins, but it's not going to be the ones I told you I was going to bring.
Right.
This is what I would do. If it's a church, if it's a somewhere,
right.
What's the cost?
Mm-hmm.
What's the cost I'm going to charge?
Just a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
And you want someone that's under 14?
Well, I bring the kids. Those are the ones that are going to get the silver coins. I'll bring silver coins, but anyway, my point is this.
Right.
I'm here to serve. I will do my best to change lives for positive. If you let me do that, if you let me into your world, I will share. I'll share my time, my knowledge, and it's going to be a tiny sliver of the world that I know. And you get 5 other people in your world to lift you up, and you will be wealthy. Serve others, and you'll be wealthy.
Well, I'm gonna have to hook you up with Brother Hayes. Brother Hayes said that he want to meet you so he could change your mind. And
I love it. I love it.
So I would like.
But tell me what you think my position is.
Okay.
And then, because sometimes what you're saying and what you think I said, or what I said and what you think I said, I come across as a lot. Remember the philosophy?
Mm-hmm.
I trust my government. That stands by itself.
Right.
I just don't trust those that run it. I trust Christianity, but sometimes we fail.
Right.
Those are true statements on both sides.
Right.
So it doesn't say all Christians are acting Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bible says if you're a Christian, it says we're brothers.
All right. Omaha, Nebraska, the Burbs. Today is Women Wednesday. I brought Mr. Smith in.
No.
He don't like to give his name out.
That's a good fake name.
But I like to come in and have conversation with individuals have different philosophies.
Yeah.
And so we are the true as news, fair and balanced. And so we are a research station. And so that's why I brought this dude on. I got those questions. Who's this dude?
Yeah.
So no, I want to make sure that we don't get into discernment, judging someone based off of that.
Well, we want
so-called hate.
We want discernment.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hate that prevents us from discerning.
Right. So we want to discern then.
Yeah.
So let's start the hate.
Bring him in.
We're talking about race relations. And we got to have a conversation from all perspectives if we're going to continue to move that dialogue and the healing that needs to go on in our community. And the ultimate goal that we should have is the ability to agree to disagree. And so we're not going to agree with everyone, but we should take the time to listen. And I'm glad
this is fun.
Yeah, I'm glad we got some spirited dialogue.
I hope I served.
Yeah, I think you served. Well, you got them heated. You got them heated here. And so,
do I got any hate going on?
No, I don't know if you got any hate.
Do I got close to being hate?
Yeah, you got.
It's okay.
Well, no, that's
okay. I still love them.
Well, I think it's some prayer going
that's
on for
right.
you. I think they're praying for you. I think the audience is praying for you, Mr. Smith.
That's okay. I can use it. I'll take it. I'll say thank you. If you mean it, I'll take it.
And myself being a black guy, you being a white guy, that they can't say, well, William racist, or you don't bring no white people.
You know what? They can say whatever they want to say. They can say whatever they want to say. I don't care.
So, and the reason why I do what I do is to buck stereotype, to attack any type of malice that.
Well, you're serving people.
Yeah,
you're serving people. Just every time you come on here, you're serving. And I know that's what I know. Right. Maybe I'm saying it a different way, but you're serving.
Oh yeah.
And I know your world is rich because I was doing the Facebook thing on you. You got a lot of friends out there.
You got a lot of friends, but I need some friends with some money.
No, you don't. No.
I got some billionaires, but they won't give me no money though.
No, you don't want that. You don't want to, because if I give you the money, guess what you're going to do?
You're
going to do what I tell you to do.
I'm going to
no, you're going to do it. No, you're going to do it. If I give you the money,
so
you're going to do what I tell you to do.
Is that what's wrong with politicians?
That's wrong with people. Give me a break.
People in general.
No, it's not a genetic.
So life.
It's if I see you're weak, I give you the money. Guess what you're going to do?
Right.
You're going to do what I tell you to do. You're weak in finances.
Right.
I got you.
Right. Similar to what our bosses do every day.
So that's why I'm bringing freedom. I will show you how to be free.
Okay.
So this way, when someone tells you what to do, you know what you can say? You can say yes or no.
Yeah.
It's your choice.
Without a doubt.
Anyway.
Without a doubt.
Thanks, everybody.
I know you got to go, brother.
All right, man. I got to go help someone make some money.
I'll be in touch, without a doubt. That's my man. I call him Anonymous. We call him Anonymous. He got everybody fired up this morning, but I'll get a call. I knew he was going to fire everybody up. So, today is Women Wednesday, and I had to bring the fire, y'all. But also, we got to talk about race relationships, and everyone have different philosophies. We all have different philosophy. It's best to listen and then evaluate to make sure we go in the right direction. I know God will want us to love each other, without a doubt, no matter what our opinions are, we got to have the ability to agree to disagree. Shouts out to all those that that left a word. Miss Price, Miss McKesson. I got an interview today at 12 o'clock. So you guys come back at 12 o'clock. We got a national call. Miss McKesson hooked it up. We're gonna be talking about politics and electing Biden and Harris, the first black female vice president. I think this is history making, y'all. And so we're gonna be having a call at noon today, Central Time. So come back with us at noon. We're gonna be talking about politics on a national level. Shouts out to the Biden campaign for hooking this up. So uh, I appreciate all the dialogue without a doubt. I love our boss listeners. Appreciate it. Again, thanks for Mr. Smith coming in and giving us his philosophy on poor people. You know, I don't call us poor. I call it we just a little broke. We just a little broke. But we on the come up, y'all. We on the come up. But one things I wanted to do is to bring, all voters in here. Everyone's not going to vote for Biden, and we got to listen to other people's perspectives and develop some kinship. Without a doubt. So I appreciate all y'all raw feelings. Today again is Winning Women Wednesday. Make sure you acknowledge the women in your family. Be purposeful today. Be purposeful today. Acknowledge those women that do incredible stuff for us, y'all. Especially us men. They do incredible stuff for us. If we're a child if you have to be a young man or a young lady, if you have someone that's taking care of you, that has guided you, and they're that woman that's been there for you, acknowledge them today. Give them a call. Let them know that you love them. All right. I think that's the thing that we could do. Women do everything for us, y'all. So we just wanted to just acknowledge all the intangible things that they don't get credit for. But lead to greatness in regards to how we live our lives. And so today, again, is Winning Women Wednesday. Be purposeful on showing love to the women in your family. I don't care if they're your daughter all the way to your grandmother. Show some love to them today. Fellas, this is to the men. If you want to have some peace in your home, some spice in the relationship, just create some curiosity today. Get dressed up for no reason. Smell good, look good, cut your hair, whatever you're gonna do. Get your hair braided, look smooth. Just walk around the house like you fine, handsome, and all that stuff. And I guarantee you, she gonna say, "What you doing? Where you going?" And you had the plan for her. Take her out to something special. Just acknowledge that woman that you care about. We gotta spice, our relationships up. Domestic violence is going up, and our women are on the brunt end of it. And so, let's be purposeful today. Again, I want to thank our guests for coming in and riling up the boss listeners. I know he got some people out there, thinking and talking smack, but I want us to be uncomfortable. I want us to experience others that have different thoughts than us. We are a research station, and so I could take the heat. And that's why he kind of stays anonymous. He don't want his name because he be coming here talking smack like I do. So I appreciate you, boss listeners, without a doubt. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Without a doubt, we appreciate you support 95.7 The Boss. Our goal again is to be the example of how God wants us to behave. My mother never taught me burdens. She never taught me to hate white folks, even though she had to pick cotton and clean their houses up. I don't have that burden. And so our goal is to decrease the conflict between the races, similar to what I did in college. We have to bridge the gaps. And only way we're going to bridge the gaps is we got to listen to, everyone's philosophy. And and so I appreciate Brother Smith. I appreciate everyone that have left comments without a doubt. Omaha, Nebraska, you've been listening to 95.7 The Boss. We appreciate you. We're going to get out of here. It is 9:10. Again, today is Winning Women Wednesday. Let me play a couple love songs real quick from the brothers to the women without a doubt. This is how we do it here. We're going to play a couple of love songs. Oh, yeah, because Winning Women Wednesday, relationships are crucial to our families. Make sure, again, show some love to the women in your family. Again, we're going to be having a special guest at noon today. We're going to be talking about politics and how you can get Miss Harris and Mr. Biden elected as our next president. All right. In the meantime, check this song out. We're going to dedicate a few songs to the women. Boss with us.
I know you've been through it, but look how strong you are, now you went through it. If I added to your pain, I never meant to. Just can't let you be that flower that the rain ruined. Gotta tell the pain to fuck off, flex on them and brush off. Take the chips and duck off, success gon' be enough time. We can't let the past manipulate the future. I know it's hard to see the real when you ain't used to it. Girl, I understand, I understand. Girl, I understand, I swear I understand. I understand cause I'm hurt too. Just know every time you're hurting, girl, I'm hurting with you. We got twin pain, twin pain, twin pain. We gon' turn these problems into champagne. Twin pain. I swear we got twin pains. I swear we got twin pains. But baby, we gon' turn these problems into champagne. Twin pain. Baby, here's a pencil for them issues, girl, let's write on it. Girl, that front don't fit you, let your smile drive by on it. I know that you curve a lot, but you let me in, I done stirred the pot. I know that my words sound a little bit familiar. To fill you with that fake, he had to feed you with some real shit. Tell me, will you let that hate keep you from some realness? That love hit harder when you feel this. Girl, we been through things that not everyone can deal with. Girl, I understand, girl, I understand. I swear I understand, I understand cause I'm hurt too. Just know every time you're hurting, girl, I'm hurting with you. We got twin pain, twin pain, twin pain, twin pain. We gon' turn these problems into champagne. Twin pain, twin pain. I swear we got twin pains. I swear we got twin pains. But baby, we gon' turn these problems into champagne. Twin pain, twin pain. We gon' be alright, baby. Just trust me. She gon' be straight. I'm around with you. All the way.
You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. Oh, yeah. You're a thief, you're a thief. Just give my heart back to me. Just give it back to me. Just give it back to me. Hey, hey. Sit right up under my nose, but I was still able to breathe. But she's that much smarter than me. Guess she wanted better than me. Guess she wasn't ready for me. Just wanted to see what was free. Why would you take it from me if you got plans to replace it? You ain't trying to protect it. You don't want to embrace it. You just want to possess it. It was golden. Please call the police, cause my shit was stolen. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. Oh, yeah. You're a thief, you're a thief. Just give my heart back to me. Just give it back to me. Just give it back to me. Hey, hey. I should've knew right then. My heart was skipping a beat. It was up under my feet. Guess all in the moment of heat. Guess you were the one that I needed. But as far as I could see, it was so sacred to me. But you ain't holding no secrets. You just wanna expose it. Damn, I really look stupid. Social media knows it. This house wasn't open. You just broke it. And my shit was stolen. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came in without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came in without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. You're a thief, you're a thief. Just give my heart back to me. Just give it back to me. Just give it back to me. Hey, hey.
Okay, Omaha, Nebraska. Y'all see us transferring. We're doing business. Oh yeah, without a doubt, that was Louis L. Mackin. You a thief, girl. Give my heart back to me. Before then was all your classic music out of Dallas, Texas. Got a couple more songs for y'all for the ladies. Today is Winning Women Wednesday. Without a doubt, we can come back with more classic music. Then we'll come back with my man Louis L. Mackin. This is for the ladies today, y'all. Today is Winning Women Wednesday. Boss with me, y'all.
Oh yeah. Say what you want. Fresh mouth, new ice dripping out the stove, turning heads on the hut. Ducking snakes, ducking mice, ducking boys, living rich life, Lord knows. I deserve it, never shipped the purpose, never curved it, stood like a guard dog. Hit the trap, chopped it up, hit the streets, could eat like a warthog. Hustle anyway, never had a penny brain, got on many chains, step. Juice like Minnie Mae, started with a penny brain, now I'm getting many more blessed. Touching on green, those X, touching on blue like X. Yeah. Seen right through the fake X, only my family I flex. Say what you want. Yeah.